What if your help is actually hurting those you care for? We are taught that saying no is a selfish act, that setting boundaries is unkind and cold. A good person gives endlessly. They always say yes. But this need to fix everyone. It isn't true compassion. It is a subtle form of control, believe it or not. You interrupt the crucial lessons life is trying to teach. Think about this for a moment. When you shield someone from consequences ... what are you really doing? You are not helping them. You are holding them in a comfortable cage. You block the growth that comes from experience. This is not a call for coldness or indifference. That is just the other extreme of the same problem. The real question is not whether we should care. It is how we show that we truly care. And more importantly, who we give our energy to. Some people will consume your light without a thought. They take and take and take. Your giving never fills them. The tragedy is not their taking. It is what you prevent. You stop them from evolving with your constant help. Let's talk about 6 kinds of people to identify. This is not about judging them. It is about safeguarding your spirit. Allow them to face the experiences they genuinely need. First, the perpetually passive. There is a big difference. A struggling person uses help as a stepping stone. A passive person uses it as a permanent couch. They have decided life is too hard. Others should carry them. The moment you carry their load, you become their crutch. Not because they are incapable. They learn someone will always step in. Look at the natural world around us. A mother bird pushes the fledgling. The forest lets weak branches fall. Nature does not enable helplessness. This is not malice. It is a profound intelligence. The passive always have a reason, a story, bad luck. Some of it may be valid, true, but the essential question remains, what step are they taking right now? Any step to change. When you assist someone who won't try, you steal from them. You steal the pride of achievement. You steal resilience from struggle. You rob them of discovering their own inner strength. Perhaps you've supported someone for years, paying their way, solving crises. You tell yourself it is generosity. But what if it's a chain? What if your generosity is what keeps them weak? The passive need to feel necessity. They need to feel the pinch. They must experience the direct outcome of their own inaction. Only when discomfort outweighs fear will they ever shift. Second, the consistently thankless. Have you ever met one? They receive a monumental gift and treat it as ordinary. You offer your time, your care. They accept it as their due. No gratitude, no recognition, nothing. This is not a simple oversight. It is a deep flaw of character. Thankfulness is more than politeness. It means you see yourself as part of a whole. A grateful person sees kindness as a gift, not a debt. The thankless person believes the world owes them everything. Your aid is just a payment. The more you give, the more they feel owed. It is a painful paradox, truly. The more you pour in, the less value it has. I knew someone who helped her sister. She supported her family for a year. She gave up her own comforts to ensure their security. And her sister's response? She grumbled about the house size. She complained about the town. Not one word of thanks was spoken. When the help had to end, the sister was absolutely furious. She acted as if a binding contract had been unfairly broken. This is the heart of the thankless. They do not see your kindness. They see a soft, easy target. They do not see your generosity. They see a mere opportunity. Your help is not planting a seed. It is tossing your precious resources into a bottomless, dark void. Third, the arrogant know-it-all. Some people don't want help. They only want your loud applause. They do not seek your insight. They want you to confirm what they already believe. If you challenge their self-image, they will dismiss you completely. The arrogant person lacks nothing in knowledge. They suffer from an overflow of pride. They are utterly convinced they already have all the answers. Their way is the only possible way. Pride is a very clever disguise. It wears the mask of great confidence, but underneath lies pure, raw fear. The arrogant person is terrified of being proven wrong. Their whole identity is built on being right, always. To admit they need help would collapse their entire world. So they dig their heels in, they defend, they argue, they reject. You simply cannot help this person. not because they are beyond reach, but because they do not believe, not for a second, they need it. Until that realization dawns from within, every word you offer is wasted. The arrogant must stumble and fall. They must feel the hard impact. They must be humbled by life itself. Only then will they look up. Only then will they be open to receiving any help at all. Fourth, the habitually harmful. We must tread carefully here. Our age avoids words like wicked. We use gentler terms like lost. But some people are not confused. They understand the harm they cause, and they proceed to do it anyway. A harmful person is not one who errs. We all make mistakes. We are human. This is someone who chooses harm. They weave it into their lifestyle. They deceive, they use, they hurt, they show no remorse for their actions. When confronted, they make excuses. When you aid a harmful person, you become part of their machine. You enable their destructive conduct. You supply them with more means. They will use your gifts not to reform, but to refine their harm. Ancient texts caution against this. It is not from a lack of mercy. It is a recognition of a choice. Some choose a path of darkness. If you try to redirect them, they will pull you into the shadows. The harmful person does not want salvation. They want willing collaborators. Fifth, the incorrigible fool. A fool does not lack intellect. A fool is one who refuses to learn. They repeat the same errors constantly. They ignore all guidance and advice. They touch the fire again and again and are shocked every single time they get painfully burned. The distinction is beautifully simple. The wise learn from their life. The fool simply does not learn. This is especially difficult to watch. The fool arrives at your door in panic. Their situation feels dire and urgent. Your empathy ignites immediately. You want to save them, to rescue, but if you examine their history, you will see a clear cycle. This is not their first time here. It is one in a long series. Each time someone bailed them out, each time they return to the same behavior. The fool is like a drowning swimmer. They refuse the lifebuoy you throw. They just flail and sink deeper. If you dive in to rescue them, they will drag you down with them. You cannot save a fool. Only life's relentless teacher can help. The teacher of pure consequences. And if you keep interfering constantly, you silence that vital teacher. Some of life's most important lessons can only be learned the hard way. Sixth, the cunning manipulator. This may be the most dangerous. They are the hardest to detect. They do not make obvious demands. They craft careful, convincing narratives. They do not take from you by force. They make you eager to give it. The manipulator is a student of people. They know good people feel duty. They know kind hearts feel guilt. And they wield this knowledge like a tool. They will say all the right words. They will tap into your deepest sympathies. They will make you feel chosen, essential. Before you know what has happened, you are doing things for them. Things you would never do for others. The manipulator is a chameleon. To one person, they are the victim. To another, they are the brilliant savior. Their story shifts to suit the audience. When you help a manipulator, beware. You are not supporting a person. You are fueling a destructive system. You are a resource in their game. The moment you stop giving, the moment you finally see the truth, they will turn and vilify you. You will become the evil enemy in their carefully crafted story, and they will already be searching, hunting for their next source. So where does all this leave us? Do we shut our hearts down completely? Do we retreat from helping anyone? No, absolutely not. We do not. We must cultivate profound discernment. We learn to see the difference between a person in a tough spot and one trapped in a toxic pattern. We learn to tell who needs a hand from who expects a permanent carry. True compassion is not enabling behavior. Sometimes, the most compassionate act is to step aside gracefully. Allow someone to meet their consequences. It is often in the struggle, in the genuine hardship, in the hitting of a personal bottom that a person finally awakens. When you help the right person, you see real transformation. When you invest in fertile soil, you see beautiful life bloom. But when you give to the unready, to those who refuse to change. You will see your energy vanish. It will disappear without a trace. Your personal vitality is sacred. Your time is profoundly limited. Your resources are decidedly finite. You must be strategic with them. Not everyone is worthy of your help. Saying this is not cruel. It is the deepest form of wisdom. So I want you to ask yourself, who am I helping that I must release? Who am I saving from a necessary fall? Who am I enabling right now, preventing them from facing their own music? When you find your honest answer, find the courage to let go, not with anger or bitterness, but with quiet understanding. Sometimes, the most powerful love is expressed by getting out of the way, because in the final analysis, you cannot be anyone's savior. You can only illuminate the path for them. The choice to walk it is always theirs. If this perspective resonated with you today, please support this channel. Give the video a like now. It helps winds of thought reach others. Thank you for watching and listening.